Somewhere in your home there is a small piece of curved glass, and without it, someone you love cannot see the world. Maybe that someone is you. Take the glasses off, and everything past arm's reach melts into smudge. It feels normal. It is not. For almost all of human history, almost nobody needed glasses. Blurry eyes are new, and they arrived so suddenly that scientists were standing in the room watching when it happened. We will get to that room. First, let's put you where your eyes come from. You are standing on open ground, long before anyone built a wall. The land runs flat all the way to the sky. Every important thing in your life is far away. The herd on the ridgeline, the smoke from a distant camp, the shape on the horizon that is either a rock or a lion, and you need to know which before it matters. Your whole world lives out past arm's reach. Up close, there is almost nothing to look at. No pages, no screens, no indoors. Only distance and the eyes you were born with, doing their oldest job. Here is what going wrong even means for an eye like that. Picture your eyeball as a small round balloon. Light comes in the front and lands on the back wall, and if it lands exactly on that wall, the world is sharp. But if the balloon grows just a little too long, the picture falls short. Up close, things still focus. Far away, everything melts. That is all short sight is. Nothing is broken. The eye simply grew a fraction too long. Hold on to that, because the whole mystery is hiding inside it. Do old world eyes really stay sharp? You can still check, because a few thousand people still live that life. In the dry hills of Tanzania live the Hadza, whose working day is a long walk across open country, reading the land all the way to the skyline. A researcher named Duncan Stibbard Hawkes carried an eye test out to them. Honesty first, they are not superhuman. Around 1 in 8 had some short sight. But test a classroom in Beijing today, and it is nearly 2 out of 3. Same species, same DNA, near enough. Something in our world is bending eyes that the old world left alone. And in one small town, scientists watched it happen, live. Barrow, Alaska, the late 1960s. A vision scientist named Francis Young hauls his equipment to the frozen edge of the continent to test the eyes of Inuit families. The grandparents come in first. They grew up the old way, hunting on sea ice, reading a flat white horizon for weather and bears. Their eyes are superb. Almost none of them are short-sighted. Most have lived an entire life without ever needing a single lens. Then their grandchildren sit down at the same chart, same families, same town, same food from the same sea. And 3 out of 5 of them need glasses. Let that land on you. Grandparents who could count birds on the ice. Grandchildren who cannot read the bottom half of the chart. 2 generations, and human eyesight fell apart. Young checked whether it ran in families. It did not. Sharp-eyed parents were raising blurry-eyed children. Whatever was doing this had walked into town from outside. And you have probably already picked your suspect, because everyone did. One thing had changed in Barrow: school. The first generation of children made to sit indoors at desks, reading for hours, through winters with no daylight at all. Books arrive. Eyesight collapses. Case closed. Keep that in mind because the books are innocent, and what actually did it is in the room with you right now. This channel finds the hidden machinery inside your everyday life. If you want more of the hidden science of being human, subscribe. Now, someone has to catch the real culprit. Here is the experiment that caught it. Take children from the same ancestry, doing the same mountains of homework, and raise them in 2 different cities. In Singapore, 27% of the 6-year-olds were already short-sighted. In Sydney, 3%. Same genes, same books. The researcher who found it, Catherine Rose, could hardly have asked for a cleaner answer. The Sydney children spent their childhood outdoors, not training their eyes, just being outside, under an open sky. Because a child's eye keeps growing until light tells it to stop. Real daylight is the stop signal, and nothing indoors comes close to it. A child under the sky gets the signal all day long. A child under a ceiling almost never gets it, so the little balloon quietly grows past the mark year after year. Nothing hurts, nobody notices, until the day the blackboard looks blurry. That is the entire epidemic, and you have been living inside it your whole life. Not the books, not the reading, the ceiling above the reading. The children of Barrow were never hurt by the alphabet. They were hurt by where they had to sit to learn it. Their grandparents did not have better genes, they had the sky. And it is still happening, faster than ever. Ian Morgan, who has tracked this across East Asia for years, reports that in the big cities there, 80 to 90% of young people now leave school short-sighted. 9 in 10. On current trends, researchers expect roughly half the people on Earth to need glasses by the middle of this century. The part that unsettles me most is that nobody chose this. There is no villain. We built roofs, then schools, then jobs under ceilings, all for good reasons, even loving ones. And quietly, one childhood at a time, growing eyes measured the world we made and grew to fit it. The eye did nothing wrong. It built exactly what we asked for. So before you blame the phone in your hand, be fair to it. A paper book asks the same close work of your eyes. The phone's real crime is not what it shows you. It is where it keeps you. Indoors, under the ceiling, away from the one signal a young eye is waiting for. To be honest, scientists still argue over the details. How much is the brightness, and how much is having faraway things to look at? And glasses, for all their brilliance, fix the picture without fixing the balloon. A stretched eye stays stretched for life. What nobody disputes is the direction. Children who grow up with serious daylight keep their distance vision at far higher rates. And some countries are already testing the fix the simple way, by sending school children outside and counting. Which means the treatment for one of the fastest growing conditions on Earth might be the oldest prescription there is. Not a drug, not a device, the sky. And if there are children in your life whose eyes are still growing, an afternoon under the open sky is the cheapest gift you will ever give them. So here is the strange gift hiding in all of this. The hunter on that open ground had nothing you would want. No medicine, no safety, no small piece of curved glass to fix anything that went wrong. But they owned one thing you may never have felt. A whole world in perfect focus, all the way to the horizon, sharp for free for a lifetime. That view is still out there, waiting past arm's reach. So when this video ends, put the glowing rectangle down, step past the glass, and look at the farthest thing you can find. Somewhere behind your eyes, a piece of ancient machinery will lean into the exact job it was built for. It has been waiting for you to look up since before you knew.